Hello, everyone. In this video, I would like to share some of my stories, some of my experiences from a country with planned comment economy. I believe it is very important for us to understand different cultures, different economic system, different political systems. So let's get started. I would like us to think about why political economy is important. Why it is important for us as leaders and business people who influence other people around us to understand political economy, because we, through our work, through our decision making, support one approach or another approach. So as you see on this chart, the economic systems have different versions and have one extreme and another extreme. On one extreme, it is pure free market economy. Can you imagine a country with pure free market? It is impossible. It is impossible that everything is not regulated by the government. Can you imagine a country with a pure planned or comment economy? I can. Soviet Union collapsed because it failed trying to implement this approach. So most countries trying to find their place somewhere in between in so-called mixed economies. And depending on people's or government belief where countries should go, so it choose one on another model, one on another approach. Let's look at former Soviet Union. You probably know that Soviet Union was the largest country in the world. And even today, after collapse of Soviet Union, after all these 14 smaller states became independent countries, Russia is still the largest country in the entire world. So, but now think about you being a Soviet government. So you are sitting in Moscow and you have approach in your mind. It is planned comment economy because you believe that you make better decisions for other people. So that people in your country are not able to make decisions as the right decisions and you want to control them. So you make all decisions for every corner in your huge country. And moreover, you want to influence the other world outside of your borders. Like in Europe, you created Warsaw Pact during Cold War, and you influence countries like Bulgaria, Poland, Hungary, Romania, Albania, Czechoslovakia, and Germany. Democratic Republic of Germany. So this is European part of your influence. What about the other part? In Asia, you have China, you have Mongolia, and your influence goes further to Madagascar, to other countries in Africa, even to Cuba. So you want to control everything. How is it possible? So this is why you failed, right? So let's look at this chart. This chart shows us the key components of planned economy. So government-owned industry. So as I said, it controls the economy, entire economy, and even controls the prices for goods and services. So everything you will buy for the same price in any part of your country. I was a student during Soviet Union, at Voronezh State University, and we had international students. And I remember one girl, I don't remember her country, I think she was from Central America. She said that she really likes our economy because she can buy the same product for the same price anywhere. So, and at that point, to me, it was kind of strange to hear that it can be different, that you can buy, the same like pair of shoes for different prices in different stores. This is how she explained free market economy to me. Okay, so lack of freedom. Of course, people in under control economy don't have any freedom, don't have any room for entrepreneurship, or very little room. People go to jail if they initiate a business. It is considered as illegal. So because our control system requires a lot of resources, it becomes very, very bureaucratic. It takes a very long time to wait until decisions will be made and will be implemented. Innovation is difficult. As I said, no room for entrepreneurial ideas, or very little, very simple. Those that are allowed by the government, because government controls everything. Inefficient firms are protected. Yes, government subsidized all the factories, all the companies in the economy in the country, because again, like it creates some kind of balance among those plants or those industries that does not produce much value, and those that produce. And to make more efficient, to be more efficient, government creates 5-year plan. So we live in that time. I live in the time when we had the first 5 years, the second 5 years, the third 5 years, and so on. So let's go further. So because in plain economy, the government was not able to completely control everything like production and supply. So what happened to people? People were staying in long lines to buy food or to buy some goods. I don't want you to think that it happened every day and to buy anything and everything. No, but it was very common situation when people spend hours staying in a line for something. This picture shows a line to buy milk. And I remember as a child, I also spent some time standing in this kind of lines. So it was very common. So let's move to the next slide. This slide is about bread. It was very interesting that bread was good quality and very cheap in Soviet Union. And we normally didn't have any shortage in this product, in this type of food. The government did the best to provide everyone with bread. And I remember my history teacher told us, trying to explain why Soviet Union is the richest country in the world, because the explanation was that wealth of the country is measured by bread, how the price of the bread for regular people. So, and because it was very cheap, very affordable, and very good quality, for us, it was an explanation why we should consider our country as the richest country in the world. We didn't have anything to compare with, so we didn't have any choice. We just believed in what we were taught. And I remember personally that people in small villages bought bread, a lot of bread, like 20 loaves of bread to feed their livestock. So it was enough bread from my memory. And as I said, bread was very, very good quality, and we still love Russian bread. However, as I told you, it is impossible not to allow any kind of entrepreneurial activities. So, because the government was not able to supply everything, it allowed people from certain regions to bring like fruits to Russia. Like these people from Caucasian region bring different, because Caucasian region has a lot of fruits, like grapes and pomegranates and apples and apricots. So they brought a lot of food to sell in the farmer markets. And of course, this food was not cheap, not affordable for everyone. So, and regular people didn't like this kind of activities. They didn't feel comfortable because they were not able to buy enough fruits to feed their families. So they didn't like people. No, it didn't make them didn't like their government, but they didn't like those people who sell, because we assume that these people are rich. They take advantage of us. They make money. They make more money than we made. So we didn't like these people instead of didn't like our government. Another example of local farmers. Yeah, local farmers like retired people also were allowed to sell what they grow in their gardens. So, and some people, you know, for some people, it was addition to their very small pension. So this local markets were supplied by mostly local women participated in this kind of entrepreneurial activities. And this slide shows that communist leaders didn't experience any shortage of food. So if you are communist, you get special supply. You have access to more than regular people do. And it was considered as normal because those people run the country. So people, regular people, like myself, like my family, who were not communists, members of Communist Party. So they considered that it's okay, it is fair, because those people decided to be leaders, to be communists. So they have to be paid more, and they have to have this better supply of food, which is not fair, of course. And this slide shows first McDonald's, which was opened in Moscow in Russia in January 1990s. And it has huge crowd waiting to get in and try what McDonald's is about. At this point of time, just before the collapse of Soviet Union, people already learned and knew that people abroad in America and Europe live much better than people in Soviet Union. And they wanted to try, they wanted to look, they wanted to touch this kind of, type of life. So McDonald's represented capitalistic world in Russia. And because of that, these people came to and spent in line many hours. So it was not because they were hungry. It was because they were curious. They wanted to see how the world the capitalistic world looks like. And what we know, or we have to understand why free trade is beneficial. When government does not control entrepreneurial activities and allows citizens to produce and buy different products and services from one country and another country, it is beneficial for the entire country and for all people, not only for the group of people. So, and we will speak about this different approaches, trade theories in module 3, when we will speak about international trade theory. I hope you learned something useful from this video. Thank you for your interest, for your curiosity, and for learning. See you later. Bye bye.